back again on another live fragrance review. It's 5 o'clock a.m. in LA. Rise and shine, and I wanted to make this one because I was very excited. I managed to get a sample of Patchouli Paris, the latest release from the House of Guerlain um, at Art Métier. And this fragrance, why I was excited because I'm a big fan of patchouli, and I decided to review this one because I've always been a big fan of patchouli, and I think patchouli fragrances are very interesting and somehow is a reminder of the 60s and 70s, and I was very excited to get it, and I managed to have it. I sample it and I worn it, and now I will give you my fair and unbiased opinion as usual. It's a woody floral musk fragrance for women and men. Released in 2024. The notes behind is Delphine jelk. Top notes are aldehyde, mid notes are iris, base notes are patchouli, ambergris, and vanilla. Very simple. Okay, how we can describe this fragrance? This fragrance, it's musky, ambery, floral patchouli fragrance. But in reality, this is a very bad blended fragrance, and somehow smells very cheap to me for a $400 fragrance. And I really don't catch the work of Delphine jelk because each time she released a fragrance signed by her at Guerlain, to me it's a failure. Why it's a failure? Because Delphine jelk, she's not a master perfumer and she's not a big shot. I don't know why. Even she's at the top of the Guerlain perfume department, because really a house such as Guerlain with such a historical legacy deserves to have a real master perfumer at the top of the pyramid. A, a master perfumer such as Dominique Ropion, such as Pierre Bourdon, such as Nathalie Lorson, and the list goes on. Delphine jelk, she started to work at Guerlain as a assistant or second assistant of Thierry Vasser, and step by step she's becoming the head of the perfume department of Guerlain. And I think soon she will replace Thierry Vasser, because already most of the releases by Guerlain are created by Delphine jelk, and frankly, her work is very mediocre. I'm sorry to say, I cannot give a compliment for free, and she did nothing exceptional until now, except a few flankers. And for example, Abbey Rouge Instinct was disgusting. Was the most repulsive fragrance I ever sniffed. I don't know what the hell she's doing. And even this one is very close to Patchouli by Reminiscence. Patchouli by Reminiscence is the masterpiece. You can have it for $50. You don't need to spend $400 for that one. So I really believe, I'm sorry to say, I really believe, also a smell little hint from Angel by Thierry Mugler. And I really believe that when you ask people to spend $400 for a fragrance, that fragrance must really be a high standard fragrance. Otherwise, you cannot ask such a price. I'm sorry to say. This fragrance is long lasting, but never really powerful. And no matter how much you spray, this is the reality of this fragrance. And hello everyone. I don't know who's there, who's not there, but whoever you are, you're welcome. Even the name is phony. Patchouli Paris. What does it mean? What does it mean? Patchouli Paris. Why not Patchouli London? Why not Patchouli Roma? Why not Patchouli Tokyo? Absurd. I'm sorry to say this is cheap. The naming is cheap. And the House of Guerlain started, in my very humble opinion, to lose more and more grants because of perfumers such as Delphine jelk. I'm going to give you the work of Delphine jelk before entering the House of Guerlain. Okay, she made for Obad. Obad is a lingerie French house. Anecdote. Nobody heard about it. Then she made for Avon Iron Man. Who cares about Iron Man? Nobody even heard about it. And then she made for Bill Bass Couture number 7 and Couture S. I never heard about it. That was the work of Miss Delphine jelk before entering the House of Guerlain. Okay? How? I just want to know how she got that job. Frankly, she made 4 fragrances, 4 unknown fragrances for almost third or fourth class brands, and she got a job at the House of Guerlain. Don't you think it's phony? Don't you think that somebody pulled the strings for her? Because there are so many great perfumers out there. We got guys like Dominique Ropion. We got guys like Nathalie Lorson. We got Pierre Bourdon, or I don't know, the list goes on. Aurélien Guichard, or Anne Filippo. Many French and also Italian perfumers, or even American perfumers. Why a House of Guerlain should hire Miss jelk with very few experiences as a perfumer? She never made any hit before, and her work at the House of Guerlain, since she entered Guerlain, is very mediocre. And I don't understand how a big brand, how a prestigious brand such as Guerlain let an unqualified woman such as Delphine jelk, I really mean it, unqualified perfumer such as Delphine jelk, to become a kind of chief creator for the House of Guerlain by releasing very average, very mediocre fragrances and asking people to pay for $400 that one. I'm sorry, why I have to pay $400 to get Patchouli Paris when I can have, or when I still can have, the fabulous Patchouli Ardent, which was released in 2020, and the perfumer at that time was Thierry Vasser, and the price is still around $150. It's a fantastic patchouli mixed with oud, with leather. I don't get that one, and I get this one, a very linear, very flat, very mainstream fragrance that is similar to Patchouli by Reminiscence and also Angel or stuff like that. And I'm sorry, Miss jelk, I'm sorry, I really don't appreciate your work. And I don't know how the hell you got that job, but to me, you don't deserve to be there. I'm very frank. You don't deserve to be there because you are not a master perfumer. And at the House of Guerlain, we expect a master perfumer. Otherwise, it's not Guerlain. Otherwise, it's a phony brand that asks people to pay the high price for a low quality. I'm sorry. You know, even when Thierry Vasser replaced Jean-Paul Guerlain, I was not very satisfied, because to me, when Thierry Vasser started as a head of Guerlain, he was not a master perfumer. He was a qualified perfumer. But step by step, he started to release, to reformulate stuff, and he did some good job. He did some bad job. For example, he discontinued Derby. He discontinued Jiki as an eau de toilette. He discontinued Mouchoir de Monsieur, and the list goes on. So that I didn't appreciate, but was okay. Was okay before Miss Delphine jelk. I want to stay polite, okay? Before entering of that novice perfumer, and step by step she's gaining ground. And this is a funny thing. She is gaining the ground, and she started to think she's a master perfumer. How you are a master perfumer, lady? We can judge your work. Before Guerlain, you were nothing. Nothing. No single hit. No big brand trusted you to give your work. How you enter Guerlain? How you managed to have that job? Surely somebody inside Guerlain pulled the strings. She's from Switzerland. Maybe some extra connections with Thierry Vasseur, because Thierry Vasseur is from Switzerland too. I don't know. I don't know. It's hocus pocus there. But really, the work of Delphine jelk, for me, it's not worth to be a Guerlain fragrance. She is still a novice fragrance. She failed most of the fragrances she released at the house of Guerlain. And she did some flankers that they were performed and they were created by Thierry Vasseur. And even those flankers are failure. So, folks, this is my opinion. I always told everybody, I am not here to give a free praises. I am not here to give a free compliments. Maybe that's the way I am, but I'm a tough guy by nature and by background, and I don't think nobody deserves a free compliment when you ask $400 for a small bottle of perfume, okay? Because this is not a joke. They asked $400 for that crap. So don't get fooled by Patchouli Paris. If you want to have a patchouli by the house of Guerlain, switch to Patchouli Ardent, which was released in 2020. It's a fantastic patchouli, perfect for fall and winter, and forget about Patchouli Paris. Don't waste your money on that, because this is a failure. This is a total mess, and spending your money on that, it's ridiculous. Even if you are a billionaire, it's ridiculous, because why you want to waste your money? Spending $400 on that, it's better that you give to charities, or you spend your money for poor peoples. At least you did something nice. Guerlain don't need that. Guerlain really must. I'm telling you, maybe I'm the only one. Guerlain must fire Delphine jelk and hire a real master perfumer, such as Nathalie Orson, such as Anne Philippot, such as Dominique Ropion, such as Pierre Bourdon, and the list goes on and goes on and goes on. People with experience, prior experience, and people with big hits on their resume. Not a novice like Miss Delphine jelk. Miss Delphine jelk, you have to go back to school, learn again, and come back in 20 years. And before coming back in 20 years, you have to pass a test. Okay? You don't deserve to be at Guerlain. You have to be, at Avon. I don't think even Avon will continue with her, because Avon only made one fragrance with her. And that was fair enough for Avon. Okay? So this is it. Maybe I'm rude. Maybe I'm not the kind of guy that give free compliments. Why I have to give a free compliments? I'm not here to give a free. This is absolutely a free channel. I'm not a sponsor. I will never be a sponsor. I don't accept free fragrances. I always manage to get my samples by myself. And I have to give you my fair opinion. It's only my opinion. Of course, it's not your opinion. I respect everyone else's opinion. But my opinion is that This fragrance is worthless. And Delphine jelk work is worthless. She have to be removed from the house of Guerlain. Folks, that's it. Have a great Sunday, and I'll be back soon for sure with another fragrance. Stay fragrant, and remember, don't get fooled by hype because the hype might fool you. God bless you all. Until we talk again, cheerio.